Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back to the Apocablog. Day 1504 of, I'll get to what I was going to say in a few minutes, of you guys having to watch two videos tonight. But don't worry, the first one's really short, and we're going to summarize it. Retard. Here. COVID! Be afraid, be very afraid. How dare you? Would you like to line dance? Hot Mike. Biden says, I don't know what I'm signing. Signs executive order anyway. In the video, an unidentified person told Biden, sign it anyway. So he did. He says it on camera, and then he proceeds to sign the unknown executive order in the video posted to BitChute. An unidentified person tells him to sign it anyway. This comes amid nationwide concerns over Kamala Harris's fucking ventriloquist dummy. Cognitive decline. And this comes, of course, the day, after he walks by the Marines and, salute the Marines and says it out loud rather than... So, we're going to help you out, Joe. Going to tell you what you were probably signing there. Kamala Harris's ventriloquist dummy has revoked a Trump-era executive order that sought to keep foreign countries and companies out of America's bulk power systems, principally entities associated with the Chinese Communist Party, as part of its executive order on protecting public health and the environment and restoring science to tackle the climate crisis. The executive order, which executes key tenets of potted plant Biden's climate change agenda, was released on the former Veep's first day in office. Section 7 of the massive order includes the revocation of the permit for the Keystone XL light. We know them. Revokes several climate and energy-focused executive orders penned by the Trump admin. Oh, you mean the actual president? The guy who won the fucking election? Subpoint C notes, Executive Order 13920 of May 1, 2020, securing the United States bulk power system, is hereby suspended for 90 days. The Trump-era order sought to ban, replace, and set new criteria on bulk power system, electric equipment coming from a foreign country or nation that poses a national security threat. Foreign adversaries are increasingly creating and exploiting vulnerabilities in the United States bulk power system, which provides the electricity that supports our national defense, vital emergency services, critical infrastructure, economy, and way of life. The bulk power system is a target of those seeking to commit malicious acts against the United States and its people, including malicious cyber activities, because a successful attack on our bulk power system would represent significant risk to our economy, human health, and safety, and would render the United States less capable of acting in defense of itself and its allies. The introduction of the executive order read, the move prohibited any acquisition, importation, transfer, or installation of BPS electric equipment by any person or with respect to any property to which a foreign country or a national thereof has any interest that poses an undue risk to the BPS, the security or resiliency of U.S. critical infrastructure, or the U.S. economy, or the national security, or the security and safety of U.S. persons. The DOE was also tasked with identifying existing BPS electric equipment that violated the aforementioned prescription, and develop recommendations to identify, isolate, monitor, and replace this equipment as appropriate. Released on May 1st, 2020, the powers provided in the executive order were utilized by the DOE in early December concerning the Chinese Communist Party. As of January 16th, 2021, then Secretary of Energy Dan Broilette issued a prohibition order designated to reduce the risks that entities associated with the People's Republic of China pose to the national BPS. The order prohibits utilities from supplying critical defense facilities, CDF, from procuring from the People's Republic of China, specifically BPS electric equipment that poses an undue risk to the BPS security, blah, 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 blah. We've covered all that shit. And now, according to Biden's executive order, the fate of the executive order and America's BPS rests in the hands of Biden's Secretary of Energy and Director of the Office of Management and Budget. The Secretary of Energy and Director of OMB shall jointly consider whether to recommend that a replacement order be issued. The National Pulse exposed Biden's OMB head as formal. This is the fun part, kids. Biden's OMB head is formerly serving as the president of the Center for American Progress, an established think tank that has taken trips to China and co-authored reports alongside the Chinese Communist Party-backed influence operation. What's more, Biden's son, we all know about him and his $1 billion from China, blah, blah, blah. So after his father left office in 2017, Hunter Biden worked on securing a deal with the China Energy to invest in U.S. energy projects, according to documents released by Republicans. Similarly, an investment firm headed by Hunter Biden funneled millions into China General Nuclear Power Corp, state-owned Power Corp, guilty of stealing American nuclear technology for use by the Chinese Party for decades. So that's probably what you were signing, Joe. You were basically telling China that they can cut off our power whenever the fuck they want. And you know what? That tape has actually turned me around. And I've gone from loathing Joe Biden to pitying Joe Biden to feeling sorry for Joe Biden. Because I can't blame him for signing something that he can't read because he's, in such a dramatic state of cognitive decline. I can't get upset at him. But I can feel bad for him that there is nobody in his life that cares enough about him to stop this fucking torture of this man. The guy, he should literally be sitting in a loaded fucking diaper waiting for his wet nurse to come in and change him and, sniffing children. That should be the entirety of his fucking day because he's being tortured. And think about, and one of the main people doing this to him is his fucking wife. These people are so fucking power hungry. I mean, how much do you have to hate this man to do this to him? It's pitiful. It's whatevs. Well, good news, folks. We got rid of Trump. Isn't that great? Isn't that fantastic? Look how much better America's doing.